What is up, guys? In today's video we have another Inside the Mind style video where I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below what you're hoping to see change most on the map going into Season 4, because we are very close to Season 4. We're about 10 days or so, 12 days or so, somewhere in that range. Not very much long left in Season 3. Be landing at this little secluded area I made a video about earlier this week or last week. I think this spot is incredibly good if you want to win. The Fortress of Solitude POI that was added has the Hope NPC inside, and she sells the exotic Sentinel pump. And so I'm going to land here, loot this up real quick, and then go and get the exotic Sentinel pump from her, which I think is incredibly good. It has like the damage of a legendary pump while also having the effect to either freeze your opponents or speed you up. And the speeding you up effect I don't really think is that relevant, but freezing the opponents is really nice, especially for dealing with some of the more difficult things to deal with. Like, I know a lot of people struggle with the Storm Beast and the Mist Gauntlets. Being able to freeze the opponents makes both of those a lot easier to deal with. And then also Core Medallion. I feel like I would like to just, you know, eliminate Core on the island itself and get the Medallion, but if I do end up having to play against that Medallion, the freeze effect can be something that actually makes that fight somewhat winnable. But that Medallion is still incredibly busted. I'm not sure why they buffed it when they did. A few weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, a week ago, I don't even know. Base. Where's this chest, bro? I'm actually dumb. This one's outside. The other one, I don't know where it is, but I don't really care that much. I think I'm just going to go about my day. One of the reasons why I like to land here instead of the Fortress of Solitude right away is just because the loot here is a little more condensed. And the Fortress has an okay amount of loot, but it's like a really weird location to loot because it's so like spread out and it's so like vertical. We just go. There's a launch pad back here that can take me to where I need to go. Could open that ammo box for more bubbles, but it is what it is. Just want to get over here. I'm happy the car is still there. Having a scanner coming into this place is so nice. Just any location where you're going there for the first time while there's probably people that have already been. Having a scanner is so good. But now I can buy the exotic pump from her. It's 400 gold for me because I've done enough of the shotgun expertise quests. And odds are, this late into the season, the same is probably true for you. And then she also sells shockwaves. If I had no mobility, I would have bought shockwaves from her. And then the Superman NPC sells a rift. And so if this car wasn't here, I would have bought a rift from Superman to leave. And that's like one of the nice things about this spot is it's like on the edge of the map, but it doesn't really have to play that slow because you have cars here and because you have the potential rift from Superman if needed. Now I just want to get towards the middle of the map because Island is going to be spawning in about 2 minutes-ish. And so I want to get towards mid-map. I'm not happy with the amount of mobility I have, but that's like a problem for later. Like I'll get core, get that medallion, then we at least have that for movement, and then I'll get hero points from eliminating her as well. I would like to have this Daigo medallion, but if I take the time to go and fight him right now, I'm probably going to be late on Island, and the core medallion I think is just significantly better. Like I care more about getting that quickly than I do the Daigo one. I like having both of them, but if I had to choose one to play against, I would much rather play against the Daigo medallion than the core medallion. I guess we could take the surf cube. I don't really want it that much. It's mainly good for just traveling around the map, which I already have a car for that. If I had no car, that surf cube would be excellent. The mist cape I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's decent mobility for in a fight. And when it comes to fighting on island, you can actually use the cape to fly around without getting like taken by the wind of the island. So you could go from like one island to the other quickly and be invulnerable in that time. So for island fights, the cape is actually incredibly good. I just rarely care to carry it specifically for that. but this is a game where it just so happened to be in my inventory. And I'm probably just going to chill here for now because island is most likely to spawn in the middle of the map, it seems. But even if it doesn't spawn in the middle of the map, if I'm in the middle, I have like a somewhat easy route to get to one of the other island spawns. So like being mid-map when second zone hits is like very essential, I think, ever since the core medallion was buffed. I don't know where this person is. And not only does mid-map like kind of give you, you know, faster potential access to the other island spawns, but this is also the island spawn that is like most likely to get contested. I think this enemy is in that bush. Yeah, he is. I can't fight this. He has the mark. Like, fighting between bushes like that is just dumb anyways, but I kind of knew where he was because he was shooting. But once I get marked for shooting at him, I don't want to just, like, keep trading shots like that. Like, it's so much in his favor. Which stinks because I would have liked to have, like, killed him before island spawned. Like, if I'm around the place where island's going to spawn and there's people here, I would so much rather fight them down there than up here. And as I've said many times already, this medallion is incredible. And so I also don't want anyone to take it. So I kind of got to be careful with like how much damage I do to her now. So I have her, because I have her relatively weak. If I like make her much weaker, someone might be able to just like swoop in and take it when she teleports. The ice can also be helpful for the fights on island, because a lot of times people will just try to dip away. Like, that kill would have been easier to get. I don't want to fight her right now. That kill would have been easier to get if I hit him with the ice rather than the speed, because he wouldn't have been able to drop off from here. But this is like the problem. If somebody was on that island right now, then like they could potentially have it for free. Oh, I have like no AR ammo. This is actually terrible. I gotta go loot this body. Might work out. I think she came to this island. Okay, that was the most struggle of all time. But now we have it. I did not realize I was getting low. But see what I talked about earlier with like, by the time I get this medallion, look at my hero rank now. I had like no hero points earlier because where I landed, there was just nobody. But I'm already A tier. And so like I had no mobility going into island. We got it from kills. But even had I not gotten it from the kills, I could just like get hero crates now and be good to go. I do want to go get this A crate over here. That's not what I intended, but okay. It works out, actually. Daigo medallion was taken. W. Mythic gloves, just what I wanted. Do you see this shotgun? The barrel is red right now. That means I have the speed effect. Now that it's blue, I have the ice effect. It switches between every shot. Whether or not you hit the opponent doesn't matter. That's the only way the effect happens. But you can switch which effect is going to happen just by shooting. And as I've already touched on, I think the ice is a lot better. And so anytime there's a dull moment, I want to make sure that I like get the ice shot ready to go. And we get the free Daigo medallion. Nice. I don't know where that other guy went. He got in a car and drove away. I have no scanner. If I had a scanner, I would scan right here. Getting nothing on visuals though, so I don't really think there's anybody in there. Here's a car. This guy's dashes. I can kill him from the passenger seat with this car model. That's why I use it. Like, some car models allow that, some don't. I don't know every single one that does, but I know this Lamborghini is one of them. I could have just killed him with the AR, but I was trying to use like the ice shot of the shotgun to like show how good it can be. At this point, I have everything I need pretty much. I would like to have a scanner, but I don't like need a scanner. It's just enjoyable to have. Just makes like hunting people down easier because I could like see footsteps across the map and like go over there and fight them, you know? But at this point, I have everything I need, so I'm mostly just going to zone and looking for kills. We can fuel the car here and then very likely get into some fights because there's always people around this gas station. Yep. I don't know why he just did that. Like, the ice was good for that, but like all he has to do is get in the car and then he's fine. I'm gonna be able to keep pace with this car because of my core medallion. I think I might be on the speed effect, but I could be wrong. Oh no, I fixed it. Okay. Still 13 opponents left somehow. Don't really know what other location would be populated at this point in time. Maybe just go on this mountain and look towards Crime City. But I don't even know. Okay, nice. We got somebody on the surf cube. I was going to say I don't even know if there's people in Crime City. If I'd be able to do anything to them because it's like usually easy for people to kind of like tuck away in the crevices there. That player has the birds, but by the time he starts using them, the fight is kind of already over. And the core medallion allows me to get so much distance off my like sprint jump into a slide that I just like easily get away from his, like get out of range of the birds really being that relevant. I think a lot of people in that situation would try to get in the car, and that would be like one of the worst things you can do. Like the birds absolutely shred through cars. And you're not like doing damage back to them when you're in the car, obviously. Like there's a lot of things that just being in a car somewhat counters or makes like it much easier to play, but the bird gloves are not one of them. Now I have a scanner though, so I could just go up to this bridge and then scan Crime City. And like part of Crime City. Nothing, that's surprising. There's a bird. Oh no, it's a person gliding. I'm stupid. It's a bat. I'm gonna slide jump over them in ice. Actually, okay. We'll let them Storm Beast. So since I have the core medallion, I'm just gonna constantly be able to bunny hop away from this beast. Like it's not gonna be able to do anything to me really. But also look at the ice. I'm terrible. I missed. Now it's frozen. Okay, we're getting third partied. This is not a good time for a demonstration, I guess. But either way, I was trying to show that the ice, like, really griefs the Storm Beast. I think it can still kind of do its, like, lunging jump, but yeah. Yeah, we gotta get out of here. There was somebody on this hill and there was somebody behind me as well, so I just wanted to like get into a spot where like they both can't really be shooting at me at the same time. Let's scan here. Oh, nothing. It's a car. Thought they were up here. Birds. That's like the new combo for people that just like run in cars is you destroy their car and then they just immediately bird. I don't know where that bird went. Maybe refresh on mythic gloves here? No, mine are better. Had the speed effect, so I shoot. I think he might be in this bush, yeah. Look how unplayable that fight is for him. So I ice him here, and then I just do a long, like, sprint jump with the core medallion to be on, like, a completely different angle. And, like, he's not going to be able to play the game. That guy caught me off guard, but doesn't matter. I hit him with an ice shot and then slide away. And the amount of momentum this, like, core medallion generates for you just means your slides are, like, so useful for people like that. That's, like, a situation that wouldn't really have happened without me making this video, though. Because the reason that Spider-Man got on me is because I was kind of, like, explaining the previous fight. But, like, this ice makes it so hard for people to play the game. And even if you don't have the core medallion with it, you can kind of do the same thing with, like, the dashes you get from dash sprites. But just, like, destroying someone's movement and then challenging them from, like, a completely different angle is so difficult to play against. An AI just killed an AI. How sad. See nothing. And since I have the scanner, just having it in your inventory, you see those, like, green footprints on the ground. And so in moments like this, I can make it easier to spot people. That down there is an AI, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to focus this one gliding because I think it's more likely they're human. Yeah. So we can kill this AI now. The way that one down there was moving, I just did not think they were real. And I was right. The one gliding is just, like, way more of a threat than me. If that one down there didn't have, like, very bot-like movement, then I maybe would have, like, worried about killing them. But I would think this person was more threatening just because I got bot movement. When I mean bot movement, I don't mean bad movement. I mean, like, the AIs move in, like, a certain weird way that players do not move. Like, it looks, like, very artificial. Like, this is an AI. Taco Cat 60. Two people left. One of them is this other player that we had just had weak. I don't know where they went over here, but they went over here somewhere. Nothing on scan, so I think they're probably wrapping around the other way. I'm not, like, we could just go zone. I'm not, like, super worried about this player, but I would like to kill them. The passive scanning is so helpful here, too, because anytime I see any green footprints in there, we'll know. He's gonna get away, I think, but I can, like, somewhat keep pace with him just off bunny hopping while he's, like, dedicates an item to running. Like, that's, again, the core medallion is just ridiculous. He also had sentinel. Footsteps over there. I think he's wrapping around the other side of the cell, but he might just be staying bottom. Either way, I am not... Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think they're real. Oh, no, they are real. Gonna get ice since I missed my first shot. He's an outlaw. We could just slide away and he's dead. And range on it is so limited. But GG's. I don't know how many kills I finished with there, but a decent amount. Oh, no. It wasn't the hardest game. Yeah, we had 16. I was going to say that wasn't the hardest game, but I wanted a game from that spot, and it's hard to get a bus angle for that. But we still ended up getting 16 kills, despite having a very slow start to the match, landing at that spot. And that was, like, kind of one of the things I wanted to show, is that, like, even though you are landing at an obscure location like that, it doesn't completely mean the rest of your game is going to be very slow paced. But that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you guys did find this to be helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like some more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.